Okay, so today we're going to talk about something really interesting: the psychology of social media silence. We all have those people in our feeds who are, well, they're kind of just there. They exist online, but they never actually post anything. Let's dig into what's really going on with that. I mean, you know exactly who I'm talking about, right? That friend who's tagged in a million photos but has like zero posts of their own. Or maybe that relative whose profile picture hasn't changed in a decade. So what's the deal? Are they just shy? Are they living some secret life? Or is it something else entirely? Let's figure it out.
You see, our brains are kind of wired to fill in the blanks. So when we see someone being silent online, we immediately jump to conclusions. And those conclusions, well, they create this big myth that we're about to totally take apart today.
When you look at this list, it's pretty easy to just nod along, isn't it? Our go-to explanations are always that, oh, they must be shy or insecure, or maybe their life is just kind of boring. We might even write them off as antisocial. These are the quick, easy, surface-level judgments our minds just love to make.
But this is where we flip the whole thing on its head. On one side, you've got all the easy assumptions. They're insecure, they're hiding, they have nothing interesting to share. But what if the psychological reality is the exact opposite? What if that silence isn't a weakness at all, but actually a sign of confidence, a deliberate choice to protect their own space?
And this is where it gets really fascinating, because a lot of the psychology behind this suggests we have this whole phenomenon completely backward. Their silence might not be a weakness at all. In fact, it might just be a hidden strength.
Get this. This one idea completely flips the script. It's suggesting that being quiet online isn't a sign of weakness, not at all. It's a conscious act, and it's rooted in some really powerful traits: confidence, emotional intelligence, and a deep inner sense of security.
So the key takeaway here is that this isn't some passive thing, like someone's just hiding from the world. No, it's an active mental framework. It's a choice, a conscious choice to put a higher value on what's happening inside, your own peace of mind, over broadcasting your entire life for everyone to see.
Okay, so if this is a choice that comes from a place of strength, what's the actual psychology that's driving it? Well, it really boils down to two main reasons behind this kind of digital discretion. So let's break them down. The first reason is something called a high privacy orientation. Okay, think of it like this. You are the director and the editor of the movie of your own life. These folks just choose to be super selective about which scenes they actually release to the public. It's not really about being secretive, it's all about controlling their own story and how other people see them. And the second big piece of the puzzle is self-validation. So much of social media runs on getting approval from other people, that little rush you get from likes, comments, and shares. But people who are quiet online, they tend to operate on a totally different fuel source. Their sense of worth comes from within, so they just don't need that constant digital applause to feel good about who they are. I mean, just look at the huge difference here. On one side, the whole goal is digital visibility, and it's driven by announcing your life to get those likes and shares. But on the other side, the goal is mental stability, driven by protecting your inner peace. The source of validation completely shifts from the crowd to your own core. It's a pretty profound change in priorities. So when you put this high need for privacy together with a really strong sense of self-validation, what's the end game? What's the ultimate result? Well, it all leads to one really powerful takeaway. It all boils down to this one thing. Their number one priority isn't the follower count or crafting the perfect witty post. It's their own internal stability. For these individuals, true peace of mind is just non-negotiable. And it's definitely not something they're willing to trade for a little digital attention. And hey, if you only take one thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this: social media silence is not a failure to keep up. It's not a sign that you're being left out. It is an active, powerful decision to guard your own mental and emotional energy. It's a strategy, not a symptom. So that leaves us all with a really fascinating question to ask ourselves, doesn't it? Whether we post 10 times a day or not at all, what story is our own digital narrative, or our deliberate lack of one, truly telling about what we value most? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.